Let's talk about spring snacking and your teeth. Simple ways to avoid cavities this season. Hi everyone, my name is Whitney and I'm a registered dental hygienist, and here's the thing. As the weather warms up, a lot of people start grazing more, reaching for healthier snacks and spending more time outside, and some of those habits can quietly increase your cavity risk, even with the healthy snacks. So let's go over a few simple, realistic ways to protect your teeth this spring without skipping the foods you enjoy. Starting with number 1, snack timing matters. So frequent snacking gives cavity-causing bacteria more opportunities to produce acid. Whenever possible, try to enjoy sweets or carbs with meals instead of grazing all day. Your saliva flow is higher during meals when you're eating all the food at once, which helps neutralize acids and rinse foods away naturally. So I always tell my patients, say you're bringing a bag of chips to work. It's better to eat the whole bag of chips all at once instead of snacking on the chips throughout the entire workday. Spreading out your snacks equals a higher cavity risk, whereas eating all your snacks at once equals a lower cavity risk. Frequency matters more than the food itself. Number 2, healthy snacks can still be sticky. Lots of people assume that things like trail mix, dried fruit, and granola bars are healthy for your teeth since they are on the healthier side for your body. So they become popular spring snacks, especially when you're packing for a picnic at the park or whatever activity you're doing outside now that the weather is getting nicer. But although some of these snacks are good for your body and energy, many of these types of foods cling to teeth longer than fresh foods. So if you reach for dried fruit, for example, always follow it with swishing and drinking water, and be extra thorough when you brush and floss later before bed. Again, I'm not saying to stop eating any of these foods that aren't fresh. I'm just saying be sure you do a few extra things to protect your teeth, such as swishing with water after, bringing floss picks with you on the go, things like that. Number 3, stay hydrated outdoors. So as the weather warms up, dehydration can sneak up on you. It's weird to think about this in the spring. This is usually more of a summer situation, but especially if you live somewhere that is dry in general, or you live somewhere that had a very cold winter, this can happen. And dry mouth means less saliva, and saliva is one of your teeth's best natural defenses against tooth decay. Dry mouth, all foods aside, can increase your risk of cavities. So be sure to remind yourself to always sip water throughout the day, especially if you're spending time outside or exercising. Next up, number 4, be cautious with crunchy treats. Popular spring snacks like nuts, pretzels, or hard candies can be rough on teeth, especially if you already have fillings or dental work. So chew carefully and avoid biting directly into very hard foods that can chip enamel. Number 5, watch refined carbs, fermentable carbs, all the carbs. Watch them. Foods like crackers, pastries, and chips all break down into sugars while they're still being chewed in your mouth. They also love to hide between your teeth. I have a video for Halloween time for the fall, different season, but it's all about how carbs are worse for your teeth than candy. Because think about it, something like cereal or graham crackers or goldfish, that stuff gets stuck, and I mean stuck in your teeth, versus a plain chocolate Hershey bar that your saliva can easily rinse away from the crevices in your mouth. Again, this doesn't mean you can't eat carbs. It just means when you do indulge, make sure flossing is non-negotiable that night before bed, because it's highly likely residual food debris is going to be stuck all up in your teeth. And lastly, choose tooth-friendly spring snacks. Of course, cheese, especially sharp cheddar, yogurt, fresh fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins are all great options that support dental and overall health. Spring is a great time to reset habits, not restrict yourself. So just be mindful. Think spring cleaning, but for your oral microbiome, right? The more tooth-friendly foods you eat, the better. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this video because I love spring. It's my second favorite season. Of course, summer is my first favorite. I'm a Midwest girl, so each season really graces us with its presence. And spring just gives such hope that summer is near. Anyway, spring is a great time to reset dental habits. So don't forget, you can absolutely enjoy seasonal foods while still protecting your smile by being mindful of timing, hydration, and daily oral care. I will link my free oral care guide below to make sure you are in fact brushing, flossing, tongue scraping, doing all the things and doing them properly. And if you have questions about your specific risk for cavities and gum disease, your dentist and/or your dental hygienist can help tailor a plan specifically for you. And until then, check out my free oral care guide, which has lots of great tips, tutorials, and evidence-based facts regarding dental health and dental home care. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want even more teeth talk, you can always hang out with me on Instagram at Teeth Talk Girl. Peace, love, and teeth in the spring.